So we're only days away from Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League, which is coming on HBO Max on March 18th. My thoughts on the whole Zack Snyder universe, the Batman, Superman, Justice League universe. I'm also going to give my thoughts on that Martha scene in Batman vs. Superman. I think that scene was interpreted and I never really got a chance to really publicly discuss it. I'll talk about it very briefly in this episode. And there's a leak. There was a leak of the Justice League Snyder Cut that was announced earlier this week. I have my thoughts on what could have happened there. And also, this week we got some news that Elizabeth Banks, actress, director, is working on a film. Work title is Cocaine Bear. And the title alone sounds intriguing and fascinating to me. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that story. This is going to be in this new segment of the Met Report, episode 3, where I talk about movie, entertainment, TV news. And I am Giovanni, and welcome to my YouTube channel, the Movie Canon, and welcome again to the Met Report, episode 3. I do have a new giveaway. I'll announce it at the end of this episode. The last giveaway that I had, that Mortal Kombat Funko Pop, I will announce on Instagram. So make sure you follow me on Instagram at the Movie Canon. Also subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so already. The giveaways are for subscribers, so make sure that you subscribe, give it a like, click the bell button. So let's go ahead and get started. Welcome to the Met Report. Again, I'm Giovanni, and the first thing I want to talk about here today is the Zack Snyder's cut, the Justice League. All right, so this week we learned that the Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League leaked on HBO Max. It was a quote-unquote glitch of some sort. So this is what we learned this week. So it seems someone at HBO Max pressed the wrong button this morning, giving fans an advance preview of Zack Snyder's Justice League a whole 10 days early. HBO Max subscribers who attempted to watch the new Tom and Jerry movie this morning were accidentally shown Zack Snyder's Justice League instead. One fan took to Twitter to let everyone know that he'd been able to watch the first hour of the film before HBO Max corrected the error. And according to The Hollywood Reporter, HBO Max issued a statement stating Zack Snyder's Justice League was temporarily available on HBO Max and the error was addressed within minutes. So I'm not much of a conspiracy theorist per se, but I kind of find it hard to believe that someone just accidentally released Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League. It's kind of like there isn't any protocol, any security or whatever guidelines of any sort that this stuff doesn't happen, and all of a sudden someone just accidentally released Zack Snyder's cut of Justice League and they corrected it after an hour or so, according to what I just read. So I mean, to me it sounds more like that was on purpose. Like I said, I'm not much of a conspiracy theorist, but I think it was done on purpose. You know, I don't see how they just accidentally did that. But now everyone is talking about it. Someone released it, and now all news, media, all outlets out there are talking about it. I'm talking about it. Small YouTubers like myself are talking about it. And Warner Brothers, HBO Max didn't have to pay any top dollars to advertise the movie that's just about to come out a few days from now. And it looks like they only saw it for like an hour. The people that were able to watch it briefly, the most they can see is probably like an hour of the movie, and it's a 4-hour film. Zack Snyder's cut is a long ass movie, so I'm not sure how many spoilers were in that hour that they watched, but they saw some of it, and now we're talking about it, and I think that was a smart move, even though HBO Max, Warner Brothers, I don't think they're gonna admit that it was on purpose. But I just find it to believe that a huge corporation like Warner Brothers, huge company, studio, streamer like HBO Max is just gonna accidentally drop one of their top dollar titles of the year. All right, so as far as the actual Zack Snyder universe that we have known it to be, we have Man of Steel, Batman vs. Superman, and then we had Justice League that came out in 2017. So I just want to briefly talk about the Zack Snyder universe overall, and I want to talk about that Martha scene as I mentioned. So we first got Man of Steel, right, in 2014. Henry Cavill, we got a new Superman. I watched the film. I thought it was a solid, good movie. I didn't think it was like one of the top comic book movies ever made or anything like that, or even in the top 10. But it was a good, solid movie. I think it was better than Superman Returns that came out in 2006 with Brandon Routh, or Ruth, however you pronounce that. And overall, it's a good, solid movie, The Man of Steel. And then we get to Batman vs. Superman. Batman vs. Superman was a highly anticipated movie for a lot of people. We've heard teases, we've heard people saying that, oh, there's going to be a Batman vs. Superman movie one day. We had, the comics or things like that did that. So now we're going to see it in a live action movie. And it was even teased in that movie, I Am Legend with Will Smith back in 2008. Oh no, 2007. So 2007, we got that movie. You see Will Smith's character. He's like walking around Times Square. There's no one around because of, the story, the narrative of I Am Legend. He's like the only guy out there. And then you see like a little poster, a billboard poster of Batman vs. Superman that is supposed to come out like in I don't remember what year it's supposed to come out, but they were already teasing Batman vs. Superman. And we knew that was going to happen. So then we heard the news that Batman vs. Superman was coming. Ben Affleck was casted as Batman with mixed reactions or whatever. And then we finally watched the movie, and it got horrible reviews. I think it was like at 28% or something like that. Rotten Tomatoes. Some people were really not liking it. And the thing that I think most people had some real issues with Batman vs. Superman is that Martha scene. So, that scene that Batman, Ben Affleck, is about to take out Henry Cavill's Superman. He's on top of him. He has the Krypton spear or whatever, and he's about to take him out. And then we have that one moment where Superman says, "You're gonna let him kill Martha. Save Martha." And a lot of people were just kind of like, really? Batman's gonna stop? And because he has the name, or his mom's name is the same as his mom's name, and that's why he stopped. I think that's what a lot of people probably thought was going on here, and they just kind of like already dismissed it. I think it's a misinterpreted scene. I think if you really watch the movie and how it built up to that moment, you kind of saw why Batman, Ben Affleck, Bruce Wayne stopped. And the thing is, throughout the movie, or even in the trailer, you always hear this.
20 years in Gotham, how many good guys are left? How many stayed that way? He has the power to wipe out the entire human race.
So you hear that, and ultimately, Batman was afraid that this godlike creature, this person, this technically alien, could very easily destroy this planet. So I think he said something like, if it's only a small chance or a 0.1% chance or whatever that he might not be good, we're pretty much fucked. That's basically what Batman is saying there. So I have to take him out. And the point that we get to that Martha scene, he's on top of him. He's about to take him out. He's about to take out that threat that he figured we all had at that point, all humankind had. And then he says that line, "You're letting him kill Martha." He was talking about Lex Luthor, who had kidnapped his mom, Martha. And so he stopped, Batman stopped, and it didn't cross my mind that it was like, oh, he stopped because Martha is Batman's mom's name as well. And he just stopped, and then he's like, well, why do you say that name? Why did you say that name, or whatever? I don't think it was ever like that. What crossed my mind was he stopped because the moment he saw that Superman is asking about this person, Martha, and then you see Lois Lane, played by Amy Adams, rush over there and says it's his mom's name. That's his mom's name. Batman realizes, okay, this person, Superman, has more human characteristics, has more human qualities than I thought. I don't think he's gonna be bad. I think he's good, because he obviously cares about his mother who is kidnapped. He cares about this person. He's lying down there dying, thinking that he's about to be killed by Batman, and even knowing that Superman probably understands that Batman is trying to kill him because of his power. Like, he understands why Batman's trying to kill him, but he's still concerned about his mom, another person, a human being. And I think that's why Batman stops and, like, okay, and realizes, okay, so this guy does care about people. This guy he might have all these godlike superpowers or whatever, but he's still kind of human in a way. He looks like a human, but he still has some human qualities in there. So that's why Batman stopped, not because Superman has a mom whose name is Martha, and then Batman has a mom whose name is also Martha. That's not why they stopped. I never really saw that. That never really crossed my mind when I first saw it in theaters, and I thought that kind of wanted to just get that clear. I'm sure it's already been mentioned and stated many years since that movie came out, like 5 years ago or whatever. But I just decided to bring it up now because we're about to see the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League. So the Justice League version, the original version that we got in 2017 theatrically, I thought it was a good movie overall. I didn't think it was as horrible as some people were saying it was. It definitely could have been a little longer because they introduced all these characters or whatever. But I didn't think it was a bad movie. I enjoyed it. I liked some of the graphics, special effects, and things like that. There's some bad stuff in it, but overall, I kind of liked it. So this Zack Snyder version, I'm assuming is going to be kind of dark, like Batman vs Superman was, because that one was kind of dark, and at least darker than the Justice League version that we did get. So now Zack Snyder got this opportunity, a very rare opportunity, to actually complete his original cut, the Zack Snyder cut. And he actually got like $70 million to complete it, because at the time when Justice League came out in 2017, that version of Zack Snyder wasn't fully edited. Obviously the portions that they used that was Zack Snyder's for the 2017, obviously that was edited and implemented in that final movie there, but there was a lot of footage that he didn't complete. The CGI wasn't put in yet, and there's a huge chunk of it that was not finished, so it wasn't ready to be released anyway. So they actually gave him money. HBO MAX, Warner Brothers gave him money to complete it, the CGI, any reshoots that he wanted to do, whatever. That's a huge chunk for a movie that's already came out like 4 or 5 years ago. So that's a big one for Zack Snyder, that he's finally got to release this version. Now, I saw an interview with Zack Snyder regarding his cut. From my understanding, Warner Brothers is still not really interested in making a sequel to Justice League, and some people were saying, some other movie pundits were saying that maybe Zack Snyder doesn't want to go through this whole fiasco thing again with the whole Justice League issue and Batman vs Superman issue with the Martha scene and overall, and maybe Justice League wouldn't. Maybe Zack Snyder wouldn't want to make part 2 of Justice League. So somebody asked him recently about his cut, if he wants to make, another Justice League movie, and it sounded to me that he really wants to. Like, he was really in his mind to make a few more movies on Justice League with the characters that he introduced. And so I don't think that he's completely against making another Justice League movie. It's just I don't think Warner Bros. Is going to want him to make another Justice League movie. And he even said in the interview that there's a cliffhanger in his Snyder Cut. And the cliffhanger that we're probably never going to see. I don't know how the movie's going to be. It might suck, and I wouldn't care if there's a cliffhanger or not. But I think he really wants to make this Justice League a movie. I don't think it's going to happen, but I really think he does want to. He has an idea of what he wants to do with part 2, and I think he wanted to make like two more Justice League movies. But yeah, so that's kind of my thing. Overall, the Zack Snyder Batman, Superman, Justice League universe or whatever. Overall, I think it was good. I haven't seen the Snyder Cut, so I guess I'll have to reassess later on as far as the overall Zack Snyder trilogy. But the parts that did suck, that were not good, obviously were some people didn't like the Martha scene, some people didn't like Man of Steel. I hated Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. I thought that performance was just terrible. I don't know if Jesse Eisenberg was directed to portray Lex Luthor that way, or if it was his own interpretation of Lex Luthor. I don't know, but that was just horrible. I can't watch the scenes with Lex Luthor and Batman vs Superman. So I prefer Jared Leto as Joker than Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. But I guess we'll see what happens with the Zack Snyder Cut. That's coming on HBO Max on March 18th. I'll make some kind of a review, probably on Instagram more likely, or I might do it here on the Met Report. I'm not entirely sure yet, but that comes out next week. All right, so earlier this week, we learned that Elizabeth Banks, who's an actress and has directed a couple of projects, is working on a new film that is based on a true story. And the working title is Cocaine Bear. Now, this is how it's usually described, this film project to be. So Rolling Stone notes this: described as a character-driven thriller inspired by true events that took place in Kentucky in 1985. The film, which aptly has the working title Cocaine Bear, is reportedly based on a true story of a convicted drug smuggler who died while parachuting from a plane carrying an extremely heavy load of drugs. The unfortunate bear in question happened to chance upon 40 containers of cocaine and died of an overdose. So when I first heard the story about a cocaine bear, about a bear that ate a shitload of cocaine, I was thinking about this bear just running around in a town, destroying everything, being this unstoppable creature, just fucking everything up. Someone who would be on cocaine, they'll have all this high energy and doing all this crazy shit. So that's kind of what I was thinking when thinking of Cocaine Bear. But I did read a little bit of the story, and I'm just going to briefly mention it real quick here. So there's a description as to what happened to this bear when he ate all this cocaine. It says here, its stomach was literally packed to the brim with cocaine. There isn't a mammal on the planet that could survive that. Cerebral hemorrhaging, respiratory failure, hyperthermia, renal failure, heart failure, stroke, you name it, that bear had it. This is because of all that cocaine that he ate. So he found it, and there's a whole story about it, and I'm very interested in this story, in this film. The only reservations that I have is that when it comes to Elizabeth Banks directing something, I can't really say if she's a great director or not. I'm not hearing good things about the movies that she's made so far. She's made 2 films, and she directed a storyline of that horrible ass movie 43. She directed one of the stories there, and she directed Pitch Perfect 2. I never seen the movie, so I can't really say how she did. And then she directed that Charlie's Angels movie that came out in 2019. I didn't watch that movie either, so I can't really tell you if she was good at directing that either. But I know Charlie's Angels was not received well critically. Box office, it bombed. So I think people like Pitch Perfect 2. I think the people who would have liked musicals or those kind of movies, I think they liked it. They did make another Pitch Perfect movie, Pitch Perfect 3. I don't know if she directed that one, but she is in those movies. And obviously she was in other films. I mean, I like her as an actress for sure. I liked her in Slither. She was in W, that George W. Bush biopic, where she played Laura Bush. She was obviously in those Hunger Game movies. As far as directing, I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But I'm very curious about this Cocaine Bear movie. So they're going to start filming it in the summer. I don't know how quickly they'll be able to wrap things up. I don't know if it'll be released this year, probably not till next year, 2022. but I'll be keeping an eye out for this Cocaine Bear movie. All right, everyone. So we got to the what to watch segment. I do this little segment where I just tell you just some titles that are coming out this weekend, some movies that I'm personally interested, or some titles that maybe I would think some people might be interested. And these are usually new titles, usually. So this is this week's Met Report What to Watch segment. Okay, so this week we have the release of Cherry, starring Tom Holland. It is on Apple TV Plus now. It was released theatrically on February 26th. And this is how Cherry is described. So Tom Holland plays the main character in Cherry. He's a young man who pinballs from hard partying in college to the army to prison. He becomes addicted to opioids and starts robbing banks. The Russo brothers put an oddly ghostly spin on a gritty story adapted from Nico Walker's semi-autobiographical book, while Holland goes hardcore in his performance. So you can watch it, you can stream it now, you don't have to watch it in theaters, but if you just happen to have Apple TV Plus and you're interested in watching it, you have Cherry. The other one here, we have Assembled, the making of WandaVision. It is on Disney Plus, so it's just what it says. It's the making of WandaVision. They did something like this for Mandalorian Season 1 and Season 2, so they're doing it for WandaVision, and it's on Disney Plus now. Another thing that's what to watch segment is a series called Generation. It's on HBO MAX. It stars Justice Smith, which it really talks about Gen Z, Generation Z teens or whatever. So it's a series about that. If it's something that you'll be interested in, you may want to watch that. The other thing that's coming out this weekend, this one's on Netflix. It's one of those documentaries. I don't think it's one of those long docu-series, but it's called Operation Varsity Blues, the College Admissions Scandal. So that's it for the What to Watch segment. And the winner for the Funko Pop Mortal Kombat that I announced a couple weeks ago, the winner is on my Instagram page. Go to @themoviecanon and you'll see who the winner is of the last giveaway. But for this giveaway, I am doing another one subscriber giveaway. So obviously you must be subscribed to this channel, the Movie Canon. You must have a mailing address within the United States. I am giving away more Funko Pops, but the difference is you will have options of selecting one of 3 if you are the winner. Okay, so Godzilla vs. Kong Funko Pop, I will give one of those away if you choose that and if you're the winner and if you follow the instructions. Now, the thing about the Godzilla vs. Kong Funko is that it won't be available till late April, so I might notify you, or so you might learn that you won, but you may have to wait a few weeks before you actually get it. Another option is a Snyder Universe or a DC Snyder Universe Funko Pop giveaway. That means I will give you a Funko Pop that is one of the Snyder films from Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, or from Justice League. So if you pick that, I'll send you one of those. So there's one more option here, and this is the Scarlet Witch WandaVision Funko Pop. I think a lot of people may want this one. It is Wanda levitating as she reads The Dark Hold. One of the last shot, I believe, of the last episode of WandaVision. So I'll be giving that one away if that's the one that you choose. And but that one won't be available till like early May. So you may have to wait till early May to actually receive it. But this is for a Movie Canon subscriber who has a mailing address within the United States and follows the instructions. So there'll be some instructions in the comment section below. So make sure to do that and be a subscriber to this channel. So that's it for the Met Report episode 3. Thank you so very much for watching. Keep an eye out for that announcement for the Funko Pop winner of last week. And again, if you want to win the next Funko Pop, especially that Scarlet Witch WandaVision one, follow the instructions. Subscribe to this channel. Follow me on Instagram at the Movie Canon. Thank you very much for watching or listening this episode of the Movie Canon, the Met Report, and I'll see you guys next time.